Hello, everyone. This is Granblue Radio once again. So I got the number wrong last week. Uh, it was actually number 190, I think.
Oops.
So this
Oh
one
well.
should be 191. Oops. But anyway, I'm DJ, and with me, as always, is. Oh wait, we did it again.
I, I'm Vibrate Sheep.
I did it! I finally got you to change your opening. It happened.
Yep, there you go.
So anyway, what we have here is a very quiet week. It's great. Uh, all we have is we've got the extra drops, which are appreciated, but like not anybody here at least is going to be just talking a lot about purple chests. We talked enough about them.
They're there. They're nice. I'll
I,
add them up from it.
I like I like it. We're still in the waiting room for when we can turn all of these SRs and SSRs that are dropping for us into um, skill juice, whatever they end up calling it.
Probably not skill juice.
Probably not skill juice. But whatever you want to call it, it's going to be nice when it comes in there because I have a lot of garbage in here that needs to be turned into skill points someday.
Oh, mine are mid dash.
All right, but what we're actually here to talk about is so they usually take their time on these. What we have is the return of Love Live, Door to the Skies. It's in side stories permanently now. I'd like to talk about that as a sort of separate topic later, but let's actually look at the Love Live third years because they made it. They freaking made it.
Finally.
Um, and it's a pretty fun kit because within like 30 seconds of posting the info about the Muse third years, there were about 5 people replying to Granblue and going, "This is broken," and then
It's
people
not
came in and
broken.
just like, "This is fine for new players. It's fine."
It's not broken.
All right,
I've seen broken.
so DJ, which song is Donna Toki Mozuto again?
Second ending. Well, second season's ending song, I believe.
Is it a third year song or is it just a Muse
It,
song?
all the ending songs are just Muse songs. They're
Okay.
just sung by different people each episode.
So that's the whole thing is that wait, was the previous song a third year song?
Sorry, Bokotachi no Kiseki. I forget. My timelines are all off.
Because the first thing that happens when you uncap these girls is that instead of being 3 of them on stage at the end, you get a victory screen with all 9 Muse members.
The answer is that was the opening song.
Oh, okay. So yeah, they changed the music as always. You can turn that off. Every idol apparently does this since Diantha did it. Um, and yeah, it just gets real crowded out there. Um, I really do want more Granblue fantasy characters and not collab characters to be able to take over the end of combat screen. But then I realized that I kind of got tired of watching the Persona 5 ending screen over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe not. All right. So let's that's the first thing. The second thing, um, so they had Dark Attack up on their thing before. They had a heal, and now they gained 6 turns of refresh. And people are like 6 turns of refresh. That heals for like
1800.
yeah, it's 300 each turn.
Good for lower level.
It's great for lower level. At the point that we reach, it's barely noticeable and not worth using a um, frontline like party slot on. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you still use Sebastian from time to time, though, don't you?
Yeah, he's in the back.
And he's 150.
Yep.
So I
That
mean,
adds up over time.
a permanent 300 is not embarrassing at all. But once again, you outgrow it, so I mean, totally fine for them to have this. All right, and then at level 90, they're let's see. So it's Ellie and Nico get the boost to their abilities. So
Correct.
Horosho, before it needed to eat a buff in order to boost people's CA damage. Now it does the same thing, but also boosts what CA cap.
CA cap for all allies.
Is it 10%?
20.
20%? Wow, it's actually a decent number.
The
Um,
problem is you have to remove a buff.
yeah, that's not always going to be there.
Yeah. But it's nice.
It is nice. And then Nico Nico Ni, which I'm mad at because like people were complaining. It's like, why is it 2 turns? It's like, well, you see,
Because it's 25 DA, 25 TA, and 2 turns.
which is in Japanese, ni go ni. I hate it. I hate it.
It's always this has been here. It's been this joke since 2011, dude.
Everything's a 25252.
Yeah.
Especially since she also adds in supplemental
Supplemental
damage
damage.
for also those 2 turns for 25252 at max.
Supplemental damage is fine.
The cooldown is 6 turns, so it's 2 out of 6 instead of 2 out of 5 or whatever. But that's why it's 2 turns long because it's knee, and I'm
Hmm.
mad. I'm just like every time this kind of thing comes up, like the first time it happened was when I was looking up the numbers on Baroa's bluff,
Hmm.
and Baroa's bluff skill goes up to like 890 multiplier on the nuke. I'm just like, why 890? Ha. Oh, and it's just
There you go.
Baroa. I'm like, damn it.
Yep.
Sorry that you didn't notice the pun until just now, but there's a lot of them in this game.
Well, this one was just a general Love Live one because like I remember there are certain there was a private server that someone used for School of Festa.
Mhm.
And so you practice songs,
Mhm.
and that was your how much rolling gems you had.
I see.
It was just used for practice. Get stamina.
Mhm. So, I'm gonna go back to the numbers thing because GBF has a bunch of them that I just want to point out today. All right. So, uh, the other thing that happens is how spiritual. That one also upgrades. What happens to it, DJ?
From 15 light attack and 15 dark defense down, it goes to 20% for both of them.
Eh.
You also get around, this is estimate on the wiki, 40 to 50% DA down and 20% TA down.
Which is very underappreciated. We keep talking about how those are very, very good at reducing the amount of damage you take in without you actually being able to see how much less damage you take. Um, like light attack down is actually really good. Like I've talked about this before, where it stacks unusually with regular attack down. Dark defense down, like this, every character it seems like worth their salt in dark just gives defense down. Like you can't throw a you can't throw a ball without hitting somebody in dark who has defense down. At
Yeah.
least in the old days. These days it's still very common. Then the very last thing that they get is kind of sort of proper phalanx. Kind of sort of. Um, so you get the 40% damage cut. Then you also get a 30% repel for one hit. And the shield is what, 1500?
1500.
So for one hit, in exactly one hit, and you'll have to thank Light De La Fee for this, you have 70% damage cut. After that one hit, and even if it does 0 damage to you, then everything after that will only get the 40%. But still, it's pretty close to being Phalanx. So, it's
Can you
nice for a new
can
player
you
to have.
survive Skyfall with this?
With this and a Carbuncle, yes.
All right then.
Or you can survive Carbuncle with this and somebody else's actual Phalanx.
Which someone probably would do for a raid.
These days, I don't know. A lot of
I said
people were just
maybe.
full autoing Proto Bahamut regular and just having Geisenborger eat Skyfall for them from the back. They're just like, I don't care.
Yeah, that's true.
These days, you can't trust anybody, especially not yourself. Anyway, so that's the news. Muse third years. Um,
They're
it's
cool.
flavorful, mostly because of this one, this freaking 25-25 2. It's useful, but it's like dark characters have a lot of ways to remove debuffs.
Well,
Um,
once again, these are literally just made for new people.
mhm,
That has to always be like in people's minds for this stuff.
yeah, and for people who just like the characters, because I mean, This art is great. I know people who can and will pay a bunch of money for getting that art on whatever merchandise of their choice. Like for specifically Love Live in GBF, they've had pop-up stores with just nothing but merchandise of the Love Live characters in GBF style, GBF sprites, GBF art. Like,
I remember that because I saw that at not the pop-up shop, at the Share Carte shop at Granblue Fest,
hmm
because it was the stuff that's not normally sold, that's not cataloged in their normal store.
yeah. So yeah, I enjoy it. I actually didn't read the new story. I'm gonna do it after they get to 100, but that's all there is to talk about that one. So now I want to talk a little bit about freaking number puns. So
All right.
there's there's one that I'd like to tell you about. Let's see where you are. Where are you, Chocolate?
Oh, I know which one you're talking about now.
So Halloween macarons and a bunch of other stuff. Let's see. This is 14 because it's the 14th. Anything else? So there's a lot of 214s for um, Valentine stuff. So remember that Clarice's shield is 2214 because of Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
I actually didn't remember that until someone pointed it out to me because I don't have that character.
Sir.
But like Gonda Goza's fist-shaped lollipop 745, Halloween macaron 745 because it's Shioko or Choco, and I'm like I hated myself the moment that I found out this. I'm like, damn it. Um, we've got like two. They actually gave up on giving the Zodiacs things that were themed around the year they came out because they realized they couldn't go anywhere with it. Like Anila heals for 2015.
Yep.
Andira has a damage over time effect that does 2016, and they're just like, there's no other way to show this number. So they gave up on it with Mahira, and then um, what other numbers were there that I was going to point out? Oh yeah, did you ever see the number of times that you have to summon Kirari to get her achievement?
It's been a long time. It's been a long time.
It's 185, which is her height in centimeters.
Yep. All the not number pun, but the light, like the Love Life lights, each individual one represents something for the character, if I
hmm
remember correctly.
And then the last thing that I was going to talk about just before I give up on these numbers things. Um, so I already told you about Barawa. I told you about the two random 214s everywhere, the chocolate, um, like just putting 666 there for Ronco because it's an edgy chuny number. The everybody who knows Cinderella Girls knows the 346 for Mishiro, and so like I don't I don't remember any of the other ones. I actually blew my load with the 346 for Bishiro, aka Beautiful Castle. But yeah, these things are all over GBF, and the more that you know about the Japanese language, the more sad you'll get that they just throw so many puns out there. All right, did we have anything else?
Xeno.
Xeno's here. The Flash Spear. It removes 2 buffs on CA now,
That's cool.
which actually kind of gets a lot of use because they've taken to hiding important buffs behind less important buffs. So when it comes to things like Unite and Fight, where it's like, oh, now there's a defense up that comes right before the damage cut, so you have to spell twice to get to the damage cut. Or LL, which is like, what was it? It was dodge and attack up and one more thing,
Yes,
but
something like that.
and you had to just unpeel all of these layers. Or, if you're, say, in a fight where everybody's a Spartan, so you have a spear main hand, and there's this evangelist buff that you need to
I don't know what
dispel
buff you're
multiple
talking about.
times, then maybe you'll use this thing.
What if I just want to get to 5?
Why?
See me suffer.
I mean, you could just use a sword main hand or something. Just get that. What is it? Is Wind Hose a katana or is it a sword?
It's a sword.
Yeah, just main hand that Wind Hose, dude. Just do it in Lucilius. Go for it. Just do it.
But yeah, that's pretty useful.
Yeah. Um. As for the summon itself, like once again,
Uh,
these things are just for. I don't know what these are for. I'm using it to fill out my compendium. That's it.
but it's the same as the other
It's
ones.
all same as all the other ones. They're gonna finish this cycle out. All right. So that's it.
Oh wait, yeah, it has an amazing second half call though.
What is it actually called for the second half?
Amazing.
Of course, it's amazing. Freaking. This game would be nowhere near as popular as it is right now without just like 6 years? 6 years of memes. Good lord.
Yeah.
Speaking of memes, we have more comments from the Granblues cast that came out, but they're all just like, so I've never voiced this character in a comedy way before, and so I'm just like, so this is weird to me. So it's like Suzukan was just like, I don't know how this character's gonna fit in this comedy. We'll find out, because a lot of these don't like read the little four panel comics. Like Hisakawa Aya doesn't play this game. She's just like, is this really Silva? Like what?
I mean, we had
Right?
a preview of the Silva one.
Yeah, we got a preview of the Silva episode, and it's just like, oh, okay. And then Yasumoto Hiroki's just like, Yasumoto Hiroki actually does know that his character, like, turns really pervy in four panel comics because he did the April Fool's event voicing.
Yeah.
But like, he's just like, it's yeah, have fun, guys.
We'll see what happens. I'm actually excited for next month.
It'll be 5 minutes of fun, just like Cinderella Geki Joe.
That means ending song for about half of it.
I hope it's a good song. All right, with that, we'll see you next week. This time next
Next
week, we're
week
going to
should
have
be Shadowverse,
Shadowverse. So we'll be talking about Shadowverse and
the anime.
the anime. There will be some characters from Shadowverse that I hope come to Granblue Fantasy, like Forte. I really hope. I think she's cool in Shadowverse, and I hope they bring her to Granblue Fantasy someday.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
All right, and with that, we'll see you next week.
All right, later, guys.
Later, guys. It's a quick one. Quick.
We did it.
Let's go watch unboxing videos or something.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Later, everybody.